After months of sleuthing and high-tech x-rays, it's now been confirmed. This is the 250-year-old heart of Pierre David, the first and much beloved mayor of the small Belgian town of Verviers. But to understand how his heart ended up pickled and preserved in this copper box, you need to go back to 1839. At the time, Verviers was a textile and wool powerhouse. Renowned for the quality of its products, the town expanded quickly, both in size and wealth. At the helm was David. Known as a champion of the poor, he encouraged the creation of the first social housing blocks in Europe.
He refused to be paid for being mayor, and the people, the workers who were poor, who had poor living conditions, loved him because he was concerned about their fate.
Tragically, his life and mayorship was cut short in a farming accident 9 years into his tenure.
We are here at the exact location where, on June 30th, 1839, Pierre David died. He wanted to ventilate the hay in his hayloft. He's upstairs, he tries to open the window, the frame breaks, and he falls, dead.
And that is when a legend was born. After his death, it was decided that this great man should be honored, albeit in a rather strange way. Take out his heart and put it in some sort of memorial.
3 days after his death, David's heart was removed. But for the next 44 years, it was kept pickled in this tube as money was raised to build a memorial. Then, it seemingly disappeared, only to resurface 137 years later during restoration work on an ornate fountain in the town square last summer.
We were removing stones on the upper part, above the coat of arms, and something fell on the worker while he was pulling out the stone. He thought it was a piece of wood, but when he took it in his hand, he realized that it was a box with something inside.
It's now proudly on display at the local museum, but only for a few more months. Director Caroline Henry says the box and heart will be returned to the fountain this fall, when restoration work is completed.
It was so moving to think there is still a part of the human body that was in this box. But I personally feel it should be returned to the fountain because it was the will of the people at the time.
Pierre David's heart entombed in the heart of his beloved city for centuries to come.